but that's might be what it is. It might not being able to hear me. It might be that the function on my phone for hearing aids. Is that better?
So much better.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, great.
I was like, I don't want to lean in. It looks silly. So
no, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a problem. Not a problem.
Awesome.
So we're live.
Yeah.
Now, I believe.
Yeah.
So all of our fans are able to see us. So
hey guys.
I guess I'll go ahead and start off. Hi, everybody. I know you guys, most of you know who I am, C. Lorraine. I chit chat with you and everything on the feed and Telegram, but you guys are super special tonight. You get 2 blonde bombshells,
Right.
except for the amazing Lila Lovely is definitely a crush of mine. So Lila, say hello to all your fans out there.
Hey guys, hello everybody. I'm happy to be here with you tonight and answer some fun questions.
Yeah, and we definitely do have some super fun questions. So, I mean, Lila, kind of tell us a little. Well, I mean, I know a little more about you than they do. So, let our fans know a little bit about you. Like, when did you kind of get started? How did you get into this? Like, when did you start? All that great stuff. All the stuff they want to know, the juicy stuff.
Yeah, all that like beginning kind of how did this begin for me? So it's been 6 years just about now. And it was kind of like a post-divorce period in my life. So I was, just kind of like sowing my wild oats a little bit. I was moving. I had left the Midwest and went to San Diego, and I was looking for some pickup work. I'm a massage therapist by trade, and I was just looking on gigs on Craigslist, and I found this ad for like models wanted, any age, any size, and I was like, "What's that?" And it piqued my interest. And so I was like, "I'm gonna give them a call." And it was a woman that answered, and it was a husband and a wife, and they were up in like the northern part of San Diego, and they were doing clips, and they were doing BBW fetish clips out of their home. I knew nothing about anything. So she proposed it to me and kind of like broke it down what they were looking for. I went up there once. I was really comfortable. They loved it. They're like, "We think you're great." I'm like, "I'm sure you say that to everybody." So, and so like I did like a series of clips with them, and then they were like, "You should hit up, Jeff's models." And then I did that. And then it was just like this progression, and it happened really fast for me. So yeah, it was just super random, and I just really just fell into it. So yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm pretty sure that we met probably just right around that time maybe a little bit after that at ABN. So I remember when the first time I met Lila, she was shooting for mine and a business partner's production company at the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's amazingly beautiful, wonderful blonde. And I was actually kind of jealous that my business partner was shooting with her and I wasn't. And I've never had the opportunity to do that, but hopefully one day. And it has been such a pleasure to watch you like grow over the years, because you have just blown up. It's been crazy. Crazy.
Thank you so much.
We do. No, not a problem. So we have some questions for you. Some from Tease fans themselves, and then we're going to get into some really juicy questions from some of our fans out there. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go for it.
Okay. Awesome. So kind of going along like with what we were just talking about, one of the questions from Tease fans is, and you kind of already answered it, but how long have you been in the adult entertainment industry? Like, was that your very first experience with it, or had you kind of like experience with anything before that?
That was really my first experience with it. Just previous to that, I was like playing around on FetLife and kind of like getting into a little bit of the kink community and just getting a little naughty and having some naughty dates here and there. But really, that was my first experience. I didn't even watch porn. I knew nothing. I didn't even know what BBW meant.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So you
Yeah,
really were kind of like a newbie when you got in.
completely.
That's awesome. Unlike me, I've just always been a slut. So, I'm just joking.
I have too, but like I used to act like all the time. I did theater all through like my school years. So it just kind of like felt really natural. I was like, oh, this is fun. I can play a character. I can use my acting chops and I can be sexy. That's fun.
Hey, yeah. I mean, you can't beat it. To do what we love and get paid for it. I mean, we definitely have the best job.
For sure.
So another question that our T staff has for you is, I mean, you kind of mentioned a little bit about your fetish stuff that you've done or gotten into Fet Life, but do you have any specific favorite kind of content to shoot?
Um, Yeah, I mean, I definitely am doing a lot of the mommy, milfy, like stepmom based roles, and I'm actually I'm having a good time with it. It's just being playful with that role, and the guys seem to like really really get into it. So that's been just really fun, and just like leaning off of the like just like fat fetish. I mean, I'm happy to be like looked at as like a curvy woman and loving on all of everything, but I love like being known for like more than that. You know what I mean? So just like a little bit more in depth, and having more of those like milfy roles and things like that. So yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Mhm.
And then, I mean, is there anything you don't like shooting, or like, what's your least favorite thing to do?
Least favorite. I don't know. I'm like one of those flexible women that likes like everything, and I like to experience a little bit of everything. I don't know. I mean, I don't do any like super extremes. Like I do anal, but I'm not like some of these like crazy anal queens that are out there right now that I'm like, oh my god, you know what I mean? So like, I don't have a ton of like no nos, but I'll like dabble. I'll dip my toes in a little bit of each of the waters.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Um, that's pretty cool. Like for me, like my least favorite thing to do is like hardcore BDSM. So I mean, but some people
Yeah.
really like that kind of stuff. So I always think that that's a great question to ask. Like, what's your favorite? What's your least favorite? So,
Yeah, like that. I
um,
feel like that
so
takes a lot of
if you
trust.
had another question,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. which I have a hard time doing with a lot of people. So,
Right,
but
right.
so in this industry, another question from the T staff is, um, what would you tell anyone just getting started in the entertainment industry that you didn't know when you got started? Like, what advice would you give
Um,
to them, or tell them?
yeah, I would tell them to be prepared to work all the time. The job doesn't stop. It's 24/7. There's so many different aspects to it, and it's not just turning on a camera and having fun with somebody and making some sexy content. It's so much more. Learn how to edit, learn the rules of the industry too. Some people just jump into it and don't know like there's regulations and there's guidelines that we adhere to, and there's like a way to do this and a way not to do it. So just like with any job, like do your research. Don't just jump into it willy-nilly and think you're going to start making money. Like do some research, follow some people that you admire and look up to, and
Right.
kind of see how they operate, and see what you like, what you don't like, and you know
No, that's great. That's great advice. Great advice.
right.
And I couldn't agree with you more on that. So I think that's why a lot of people don't do well in this industry when they get into it, is because they don't know, they haven't found themselves or done the research to find themselves. So great advice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Um, so number 4 question from T-Staff is, have you yourself ever owned cryptocurrency? And if not, do you think about getting some?
Yes, I have owned crypto. I have been buying Bitcoin probably for the past 4 years, just because certain platforms require a Bitcoin payment. So I started to have to just have a Coinbase wallet. And I never really paid attention to it. So I have had Bitcoin, and then I kind of got on this Doge. I always say it wrong, the Dogecoin thing. So I did buy in on that as well. And then I really started to pay attention, and that like shot up, and I made, a little chunk of change off of that. And I was like, oh, great. That's amazing. So I really didn't invest a lot, but it did do something. And then the same with my Bitcoin. I've seen that grow too. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So if I have a little extra money here and there, I might put a little here, and you know what I mean? I'm just kind of playing around. I'm still new with it, so I don't want to like put too much into one thing. So I'm just playing and just getting information as we go and figuring it out.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of how I was too when I first got into it, like just a little bit here, a little bit there, until I kind of, it's almost like our industry. You kind of have to find your way in it. You have to find yourself and figure out where you want to be. So yeah, that's awesome too. So along that lines, do you personally think that cryptocurrency and NFTs have a future in the adult industry?
Most definitely. I mean, we're having a big problem within our industry with losing a lot of payment processors such as MasterCard and things like that, not wanting to support any platforms that have adult content in them, and they're pulling out, and then we don't have a way for our customers to pay for our content. So we do need a way for our customers, our fan base, to continue to pay us, and for us to continue to thrive in our industry. And our industry is essential. Like, look how well we all did during quarantine and COVID. Like, people want us here, and they might want to push us out, but they just don't want to admit to it, and they don't know how to deal with us. But I think we're all savvy enough to figure it out and make sure that we get what we need, and we deserve to be paid like everybody else that works. So yeah, I think we're all pretty technologically savvy enough to figure that out and make that happen.
Okay. And it's kind of, I loved hearing that answer from you, because listening to the AMAs and the questions, this is kind of a question that's come up a couple times in the AMAs, and I think we've all given the same exact answer. And that's really, for me, it's inspiring, especially for people that are coming into, especially like, the tease fans and the NFTs and things like that, because I think if they think we believe in it, or know that we believe in it, then it helps the market, and it's definitely just going to grow and go from where it's at now. So, so it's nice to hear you be along the same lines, and all of us along the same lines with each other. Right? That's awesome. So now we get into the super, super fun part. We're going to start asking some questions from some of our fans. So, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so the very first question is going to be from Adam01, and he says, Lila, do you enjoy making OnlyFans content more, or do you prefer making high production level industry content?
That's a great question. The way I run my OnlyFans is I really don't make specific OnlyFans content. I make content year round for my website and my clip stores, and it's just kind of a trickle down from every platform. So the benefit on my OnlyFans is that I get a little bit more personal. You're going to get more personal little videos and selfies of me and the interaction, and then you'll have more access to my videos. My videos are mostly pretty fully produced. I don't really do any I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't do a lot of real specific, this is my OnlyFans content, because I don't trust that platform to be around forever. So I'm not going to invest in a lot of time in making content that I may, I don't want to just lose it because I made it just for that platform. Does that make sense?
Good call. That's a no, it makes complete sense. I actually agree with you. I'm the same way. Um, mine's kind of a trickle down too. And so,
Yeah.
and plus I think not everybody in the world go to every website. There's a lot of websites out there that are blocked just because they're identified with triple X. OnlyFans is not identified with triple X. So it's another opportunity for us to put our footage that we're already shooting up for people who normally wouldn't be able to go to our website or Pornhub or Xvideo or something like that. So
exactly.
So that's a great point.
Yeah.
So the next question is from I hope I say this right. Ella Groff, and he says or she says, enticed you to what enticed you to tease a platform?
Say that again. What enticed me to?
So tease to use as one of your platforms. Like what brought you to
Oh, I mean,
interested in it?
you guys, I was kind of looking around anyways, because I'm starting to dabble, like I said, in crypto and learning about, what's happening within our industry with all the payment processors and the struggles that we're having. So I knew there was something that was going to happen that was going to kind of marry the two. So I guess I was just kind of waiting for that opportunity, in a way. And they came to me and I was like, oh yeah, I'm like all in on this because I've been thinking about this, so that it just kind of happened in a nice way where it was already like on the tip of my, my brain there, and they were right there.
Okay, awesome. Um, so our next question is from Food Spec. Food Spec would like to know, anonymity is a huge part for users as to why NFTs and purchasing bio cryptocurrency is appealing. Do you see the same concept applying to content creators as well? And for example, he says a fully anonymous seller could be verified by a team for legitimacy and then go onto the platform's tees to sell their content. With an extra layer of protection, currency. So basically, what they're asking you is, do you think that it's important for people that are content creators, as it is for the people purchasing it, that not everybody is like in their business? Do you think that there are actually content creators out there that don't want people to? Not everybody in the world, but they don't want it on Pornhub, X videos, and all of that, and they really want to keep it exclusive. So, it's a good
Yeah,
idea for there to be a team that like verifies them, and then it goes on to a platform to sell as legitimate content.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, who doesn't want to be in control of their own content and their identities, and where that goes and who gets to know your identity and whatnot? So to have that extra layer of protection, I mean, that's a no-brainer for me, and especially with adult entertainers and content creators, that's that's very important to us, and our buyers too, our customers. They don't want all of their information out there for everybody to see the content that they're purchasing. They would like their privacy as well as we want our privacy too.
Good answer. Yeah, that a long question, but a good one, and I think very important. Not only for us, as a lot of our stuff gets pirated. You know that as well as I do. I spend so much time doing DMCA's,
Yeah.
and I mean that's why we all have, just like we have industry names. That's why our investors have a name. They it's just important for us all to have that privacy and to be sure that what they're getting is real exclusive content from the creators. So I agree with you completely. So next question is from next question is from Hantic3. And he said, when and choose to work in the adult industry. So we kind of already got the when. But was it just looking for like a little, side gig, or was it like, I think I need a career change, or, was it something deeper than that?
No, not at all. It literally was just looking for some massage work on the side, like going to somebody's home to do some massage or whatever it was. And it was just on a very general job board for gigs. And that just piqued my interest just because I was already kind of in this like transition period in my life. And that's why I think it kind of like caught my eye. And I was like, let's try it out. And it was fun, and I didn't hate it. And I was like, it just made me think, and I pondered it for a while once I started it, but it just started to take off, and people seemed to wanted me here. So I was happy to continue.
Just out of curiosity, and I mean that this isn't one of the questions to go along with that. How do you feel like it's helped you grow personally doing the industry for a living? Make you feel more like, I know it made a big difference when I entered into this because I had more self-confidence. I felt more beautiful when I looked at myself. I learned a lot about myself. I grew a lot, as a woman. And do you feel like that it helped you also?
Yeah, totally. I totally gained my self-confidence.
Awesome.
I had
Awesome.
no idea.
This one,
I had no idea women. Yeah, I never knew men were into women of size. I was like, I was fat shamed, and like I was like, wait, like there's like a whole other like department of people that actually appreciate bodies. And that was like amazing to me. And then when sometimes couples come to me and they're like, you remind me of my wife, and we watch you as a couple, and it makes her feel more confident. And I love like that body positivity, and it really has made me feel more confident and has made me grow more as a woman, and being able to like share that.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we have really brought out the body positivity. I think we've kind of developed a whole new categories. They called us pogs at one time, or whatever the case may be. BBWs, pogs, we're tweeners. I mean, we've been called everything, but I think it just started. Really, what it is it's a body positivity category. Like, we love us, and so with that, if you love other people, will love you also. So, and I think, in my opinion, the adult industry actually, and it has saved marriages. It has, like you said, encouraged women to feel more beautiful about themselves, which in turn, turns over to a better sex life for them and their husbands. And so,
Totally.
yeah, we need to recruit more of us.
Yes.
So the last question is hilarious to me. I love this one. It's so T Robin 123 would like to know, Miss Lila Lovely, what is your favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream. So I've always been a fan of maple walnut. So I love any kind of like butterscotchy or like caramel with nuts, and yeah, that's my favorite ice cream. Usually the ones from like the big pails that you gotta get a scoop, a good
Well,
sugar cone.
Okay. Yeah, I may. They'll probably get mad at me for like using them in this type of a. I don't care. I love Baskin Robbins. I'm a Baskin Robbins fanatic. Like anything but the bubblegum ice cream. But yeah, I'm like
I
you.
used to work at a Dairy
Just give me a
Queen.
big scoop of whatever a sugar cone and I'm good. Like, but I also enjoy. Oh gosh, I would die if I worked at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, it was bad.
I'd be diabetic for. um. Why is there? I mean, is there any? Obviously, we want your fans to know. That was the questions that we had, but we want your fans to know more about you. Like, where can they? What website? All of all of those kind of things. So please share that information with them because it's very important that we direct them to where they can find Lila Lovely.
Yeah, please. So follow me on Twitter. My @ is at Lila_Lovely XXX. Now I am shadow banned, so it's a little difficult. It might bounce you to my backup page, but just go there and then go back to my main page. And then Instagram is at the only Lila Lovely. And my website is lilalovelyxxx.com. And I have an OnlyFans. On my Instagram and my Twitter, I have my links to all my platforms. So I mainly have my website, my OnlyFans, I'm on ManyVids, and I'm on Clips for Sale.
Okay, awesome. So you get the concept, like it's not just not one stream and not just one site because not everybody can go to one. So
exactly.
She's not only gorgeous, she's a true businesswoman.
I try to be.
And then what is the best? I mean, of course, we're going to we're going to, of course, pin all of your information on Telegram for them to have it and be able to write it down and everything.
Cool.
But is there a specific platform that you prefer them to go to if they want to communicate with you directly, or maybe a Skype show or something like that?
Definitely OnlyFans is going to be the place where you can get the most direct access to me to chat about ordering custom videos, Skyping with me, even just touching base and wanting to say good morning or hi Lila or things like that. And e.g. just get a little bit more of a personal interaction with me on that platform. So I think that one's the best.
Okay. You guys heard it from the amazing Lila Lovely, where you guys can find her and be able to contact her directly and get a response from her. And with that being said, of course, we love to always reward our amazing fans and thank them for tuning in and all their great questions. So we're going to kind of put you on the spot. Out of our 5 fan questions that we had from Adam01, Ellie Groth, sorry, Food Spec, Hantic 3, and T Robin 123. Did you have those questions that you specifically really liked? Because they will win some of our T's cryptocurrency for who you choose. So not to put you on the spot, but was one of those questions like especially stand out and you really enjoyed answering it?
Yeah, I think it was the food truck, because that was one of the apps. It was a little bit more of a complex question asking about the identities and things like that with the AMAs and the NFTs and the adult industry using that. So you're the winner.
Okay. So at Food Spec, congratulations. Yes, you're the winner. By the way, very important to be answered because, again, if we don't believe in it, then, what's the sense of it really being there? Because
correct.
have to make the content, to purchase the content. So it's all a rolling ball. So it was a great question to ask. And you got a great, you got a great answer, directly from the mouth of one of the beauties that will be making the content. Yes, it's very important to us for it to be private, just like it is for you guys. So, well, those are all of the questions that we have. He will win the reward, so you can be sure to join Miss Lila Lovely's OnlyFans and thank her personally on her direct messaging on there. Is there anything else that you would like to put out there for your fans today?
I just want to thank them for being here and joining us and taking time out of their day to watch this interview, and just thank them for being loyal fans. And I hope that you guys want more and are interested in what Tease Fans is going to provide and what myself and this beautiful Sailor Rain can provide you guys. So.
Yes, we will be sure to get some really great stuff out to you guys. And just like Lila said, we thank you so much for tuning in to us this evening. It's always a pleasure to be with all of you.